Everyone knows about Utah's Big Five national parks: Zion, Bryce Canyon, Arches, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, and they are absolutely worth it. I'm Richard from All Red Travel, and today we're counting down the top 10 Utah state parks you need to visit.
Number 10, Goosenecks State Park, San Juan County, Southeast Utah. The best free view in Utah. No entry fee, no crowds, no equal. Let's kick off the countdown at number 10 with a park that might surprise you because it's one of the least visited and one of the most spectacular. Goosenecks State Park sits in southeast Utah, and it does one thing. It shows you the San Juan River snaking through entrenched canyon meanders 1,000 feet below your feet. That's it. That's the whole park. And it is absolutely breathtaking. Number 9, Coral Pink Sand Dunes State Park, Kanab, Southern Utah. Utah has a sea of pink sand dunes near Kanab, and most visitors drive right past. Number 9 is one of the most visually unique places in the entire state. Coral Pink Sand Dunes near Kanab is exactly what it sounds like. Massive dunes of coral pink sand formed from eroded Navajo sandstone, sitting in the middle of the Utah desert. Seeing it for the first time genuinely stops people in their tracks. About 90% of the park is open to off-highway vehicles, which makes this a huge destination for ATV and OHV riders. But if that's not your thing, and it's not mine, hiking the dunes on foot is just as spectacular. Pick a point on the horizon and walk to it. Climb up, roll back down. The sand is soft, and the views from the top of Star Dune, which is 100 feet tall, are remarkable. Number 8, Snow Canyon State Park, St. George, Southwest Utah. Zion gets all the attention. Snow Canyon is 10 minutes from St. George and just as beautiful. Number 8 is the park I recommend most often to people visiting St. George. Everyone goes to Zion, and they should. But Snow Canyon State Park is 10 minutes from downtown St. George, costs a fraction of what Zion costs, and gives you red and white Navajo sandstone canyon walls, lava tubes, petrified sand dunes, and some genuinely excellent hiking. And as of late 2025, it was officially designated an international dark sky destination, which makes it one of the best stargazing parks in the state. The park is flexible for every type of traveler. You can drive the scenic road and barely get out of the car and still have a great experience. Or you can hike, rock climb, mountain bike, or camp. Jenny's Canyon is a short, family-friendly slot canyon walk that takes about 20 minutes and is one of the most beautiful short hikes in southern Utah. Don't skip it. Number 7, Bear Lake State Park, Garden City, northern Utah/Idaho border, called the Caribbean of the Rockies, and once you see the water, you will understand why. Number 7 is about as far north as you can get in Utah before you're in Idaho, and it is worth every mile of the drive. Bear Lake State Park sits on the shores of Bear Lake, and that watercolor is something you have to see to believe. It's a vivid turquoise blue, not from pollution or algae, but from naturally suspended limestone particles in the water. It looks like the Caribbean in Utah at almost 6,000 feet above sea level. The lake is the main event here. Swimming, boating, kayaking, paddleboarding, jet skiing. The marina has rentals for all of it. The beach along the western shore is shallow and gentle, which makes it excellent for families with young kids. And the drive up Logan Canyon on Highway 89 to get there is one of the most scenic drives in the entire state. Don't rush it on the way in or out. Number 6, Sand Hollow State Park, Hurricane, Southwest Utah, Red Rock Cliffs, warm blue reservoir water, and OHV dunes, all in one park near St. George. Number 6 is one of Utah's newest and fastest growing state parks. Sand Hollow, near Hurricane in Washington County, combines a warm water reservoir framed by red sandstone cliffs with a large off-highway vehicle area on Sand Mountain. It's essentially a water park and an OHV park in the same location, which makes it genuinely one of the most versatile parks on this list. The water at Sand Hollow is significantly warmer than most Utah reservoirs, typically 10 to 15 degrees warmer than Bear Lake, which makes it a great swimming destination even in late spring when other lakes are still cold. Bass fishing is excellent here, and the lakeside camping with views of the red sandstone formations is some of the most scenic camping in southern Utah. Number 5, Kodachrome Basin State Park, Cannonville, South Central Utah. Named by a National Geographic expedition. The name tells you everything about what you will see. Number 5 is a park that sits right off Scenic Byway 12, which is itself one of the most beautiful roads in America, and still gets overlooked by most visitors driving between Bryce Canyon and Grand Staircase Escalante. Kodachrome Basin State Park was named by a National Geographic Society expedition in the 1940s. And they named it after Kodak's legendary color film because the colors they saw were so vivid they couldn't believe they were real. The park has 67 massive stone spires called sedimentary pipes rising out of colorful sandstone layers. The Panorama Trail is 6 miles through all of it, and it's one of the best moderate hikes in southern Utah. And 10 miles down the road from the park entrance is Grosvenor Arch, a rare double arch that almost nobody visits. If you're already at Kodachrome, there's no reason not to drive out and see it. Number 4, Antelope Island State Park, Syracuse, Great Salt Lake, northern Utah, a wild island in the middle of the Great Salt Lake. 45 minutes from Salt Lake City, number 4 is one that surprises almost every out-of-state visitor who finds it. Antelope Island State Park is the largest island in the Great Salt Lake, and you drive out to it on a 7-mile causeway from the mainland. The moment you're on that causeway surrounded by the lake, it feels like a completely different world. The island has a free roaming bison herd of 500 to 700 animals. They are not behind fences. They walk across the roads, graze near the trailheads, and occasionally make you stop your car and wait for 5 minutes while a dozen of them amble past. It's extraordinary wildlife viewing less than an hour from Salt Lake City. The Great Salt Lake is also so salty that you are essentially unsinkable when you swim. Floating in it is one of the most unusual travel experiences in Utah. Number 3, Utahraptor State Park, Moab, Grand County, Southeast Utah. Utah's newest state park, opened in 2025, sitting on top of one of the largest dinosaur bone beds in North America. Number 3 is the newest park on this entire list, and honestly one of the most fascinating. Utahraptor State Park opened in May of 2025, just 15 minutes northwest of Moab. It's built around the Dalton Wells Quarry, one of the largest dinosaur bone beds in North America, where paleontologists have excavated more than 5,500 bones, representing over 10 different dinosaur species, including the park's namesake. The state's own paleontologist has said, "You can almost pick up any rock out there, put it on your tongue, and if it sticks, you've found a dinosaur bone." That's how dense this site is. The visitor center has fossil displays including a Utah raptor skeleton and even a movie prop claw from the original Jurassic Park film. Beyond the dinosaurs, the park also preserves the site of a 1930s Civilian Conservation Corps camp that later became a wartime detention site for Japanese Americans. There's a permanent exhibit honoring that history as well. And because it's brand new, it gets almost none of the crowds that Arches and Canyonlands pull in just down the road. Number 2, Goblin Valley State Park, Green River, Central Utah, an alien landscape of thousands of hoodoos, and you can climb every single one. Number 2 is the most genuinely unique park on this entire list. Goblin Valley looks like someone dropped the surface of Mars into central Utah. The valley floor is covered in thousands of sandstone hoodoos in every shape imaginable. Mushrooms, skulls, castles, creatures. And unlike every national park where you stay on the trail, in Goblin Valley, you are actively encouraged to scramble, climb, and explore freely. It is a giant natural playground, and it earns the number 2 spot because of how completely unlike anything else it is. On a clear night, Goblin Valley is a certified international dark sky park. The Milky Way rises directly above those alien formations, and it is one of the most spectacular scenes in the state. And my number 1 Utah State Park is Dead Horse Point State Park, Moab, southeast Utah. The single most jaw-dropping overlook in the American Southwest, and it's a state park, not a national park. Every other park on this list does something remarkable. This one does something unrepeatable. Dead Horse Point sits on a narrow peninsula of rock jutting out over the Colorado River Canyon, and the overlook gives you a 2,000-foot vertical drop straight down to the river curving below. It is one of the most dramatic views on Earth, and it sits just 11 miles from Canyonlands National Park, which means most people drive right past the state park sign on their way to the national park entrance. Standing at that overlook, you are 2,000 feet above the Colorado River. The canyon spreads in every direction as far as you can see, and there are maybe 20 other people there with you. 20. If you were at a comparable overlook inside a national park, there would be 2,000. That's what Dead Horse Point gives you that no national park can match right now. Space, silence, room to actually feel what you're looking at. Book a yurt with a canyon view. Wake up before sunrise, walk to the overlook in the dark and wait. The canyon walls go from black to purple to gold to red in about 20 minutes. And you just stand there and watch it happen. That is the Utah experience. That is the number 1 thing I want every person watching this video to do before they leave this state.
That's your top 10 Utah state parks. From the free overlook at Goosenecks all the way I's experience of a lifetime at Dead Horse Point. The thing I want you to take away is this. Utah's state parks are not the consolation prize when the national parks are too crowded. They are the secret that locals have been keeping to themselves. Now you know. That's the list. Save it for your trip, subscribe for more Utah, and I'll see you on the next adventure.